So the first part is the deployment. Hello, this is Victor, and as I told in my previous video, this is the battle report of my first game in the escalation league that I'm playing in the Brussels Game Workshop store. And this time you start with 1000 points, and this time I will play, well, I play in Bretonnian, and I will play against Wood Elves. So it's 1000 points against Bretonnian and versus Wood Elf. Just to mention that in that league there is no limits in your organization chart, so you can take the you don't have to accomplish any percentages. You can take the units where you want from. The only limitation is that unique only can be once, and you have to be within the 1000 points in that case, within the points of the battle. So 1000 points, no limits between Bretonnia and Wood Elves. If you want to know more details about my army, you can check in the link below, or you can click on the box here in the screen. You will go to the video where I explain exactly what my army is about. And now let's start with the battle. So in the deployment, my opponent chooses the side. I win to deploy first. I have 3 units to deploy, so the characters, 1 unit of what's called this knights, and 1 unit of Pegasus knights. And my opponent only have to deploy the character that is the character and 1 unit. So the first of all, the unit of my enemy, it's composed of a Spellsinger. Then he has a unit of Glade Guard that is at the bottom of the picture. He has a unit of 10 Deepwood Scouts. He has a unit of 10 Glade Riders, and he has a unit of 10 Way Watchers. So this is all of them are equipped with the Azrai longbow, and the only thing is that I think as the Way Watchers, they have they can select to choose. So they can select when that the arrows don't have armor save against the arrows, or they do 2 shots per guy. So this is quite a dangerous unit for me. All the other arrows I think are poisoned, and in the case of the Glade Guard, they have the one that they don't have any penalty, so they don't count any penalty when shooting. So in that deployment, I deploy first the Pegasus in the middle of the table, and then he deployed the Gate Guard with the Spellsinger, where you see in the hill at his right flank, so my left flank, and I decide to put all my knights in my left to be able to charge the Glade Guard in turn 2. I want to use these ruins that you see there as a cover for the shooting, and then he deployed the unit scouting. So he deployed how it's called is the ones that the Way Watchers in the forest in the middle of the table, and then he deployed the other unit of Deepwood Scouts next to the tower. So then I did the vanguard movement with my Pegasus, and I decide to move into 12 inches to be able to assault the Deepwoods on my first turn, as I decide to get the blessing of them and go second. So this is more or less the deployment. Some other pictures. So here you see that the movement, the vanguard movement of the Pegasus, just to face the Scouts. He keep the Glade Riders in reserve, and he's using the ambush rule. Here the other unit, and here you see that I'm using the runes as to protect a little bit the knights in the first round of shooting, to see if I can minimize the damage from the Way Watchers. It's curious that this is how he's deploying. My plan here is assault as fast as possible the Pegasus and to the scouts and move using the ruins as a cover my knights to be able to salt in turn to the Glade Guard, where is the spell singer. If the Pegasus manage to kill the scouts, then I will try to move them to deal with the Way Watchers. And let's see where the Glade Riders are coming from. So here the picture from the flank, how the battle is looking like. It's quite a small battle and very little units, 1,000 points, and without the limitations you can go, as you can see, I have 3 characters in my army. And this is another picture of the deployment for this angle. And we go into turn 1 for the Wood Elves. As I said, I pray, so I have to go second. And here it is. The first thing is he didn't move anything. I think he didn't almost move any unit in the whole battle. So in the first turn he decided to remain stationary, and then he used the magic, and he put on me so the Ice Shard Blizzard. So I forgot to mention he's using Heavens. His level 2 is using Heavens, and he's have the Ice Shard Blizzard and the Chain Lightning. And I will use life for this battle, and I have the Awakening of the Woods. They think it's great against Wood Elf, because if they want to win the woods, you add additional attacks. Flesh to Stone, Shield of Thorns, and the Devilors Below. For me, one of the most important in that battle will be Flesh to Stone to protect myself from the arrows. So, as you can see, he managed to put Ice Shard Blizzard. To be fair, I'm not very concerned because I'm not expecting to have this unit in combat next turn. And yeah, that's all. And he uses the 6 dice. Was surprising for me that he uses the 6 dice to throw this spell. He miscast. As a result of the miscast, he had 1 wound on the level 2 and killed 2 Glade Guards. And then we go to shooting, and this is the result of the shooting. So as you can see, the Way Watchers just with the arrows that ignores armor kill the unit of knights. So now the 3 characters are alone, and I lose completely my unit of Knights of the Realm. So they kill 6 Knights of the Realm in just 1 round of shooting. So this is the situation. And yeah, these are the lines of the Wood Elves. So it's not a bad start for Wood Elves. A picture of the battlefield after the turn 1 of the Wood Elves. And now we go into turn 1 for Bretonnia. So the first thing that I will do is here, as you can see, I will declare a charge. He decides stand and shoot. So I will straight forward and charge. And in that side, I just decide to move ahead and to be ready to charge next turn. And I put my knights in the distance that they can do the charge easily, and I don't need a crazy roll to be able to charge the Glade Guard. As you can see, I don't have at this moment any intention to charge the Way Watchers. In the magic phase, you see there is another card here. I managed to put Flesh to Stone. So first I tried to do the Awakening of the Wood on the Way Watchers. He dispelled, and then I did Flesh to Stone on my knights. So this is going to be a good protection next turn against the shooting. Here, as you can see, I charge. And yeah, I win the combat. I have to say my 6 attacks of the knights, all them fail. So I was a little bit scared at the beginning. He didn't manage to make a single wound to me. I just did the wounds with the Pegasus because the knights missed all the attacks. I win by, I think was by 3 or 4, because thanks to the Pegasus and the stumps. He ran away and I catch them. And here, and then you see there are some the glade guards. They are not there. Right? They are. It's just he just leave it there. They are ambushing. And this is the situation at the end of the turn one for the Bretonnia. So I have the Pegasus that managed to destroy the units of scouts there, and my knights, my characters that are there ready to assault the glade guard. Here I forgot to how it's called this. So no, I don't forgot. I didn't reform my unit because I thought that the glade riders were there, but it was a misunderstanding from my part. If not, I should have to reform my Pegasus to be ready to try to assault the Way Watchers, but it's not a problem. So this is just a small mistake during the battle. Here another picture of the battle after turn one of the Bretonnia. And we go into turn 2 for the Wood Elves. So again, as you can see, the Glade Riders were not. So as I was saying, the Glade Rider just arrived from the ambush movement. He decided to put the Glade Riders, you can see, at the flank of my characters and ready to, I think, to shoot everything on my characters. So my characters will receive now a rain of arrows. Here another view, and then in the shooting phase, he shot, as I was saying, everything on the characters, and he only did a wound on my lord, on the Bretonnian lord. So was quite good. So I just received one wound on the Bretonnian lord, especially thanks to the stone to flesh, or flesh to stone, sorry. And we go into turn 2 for Bretonnia. So the odds are not looking very bad. So let's see how turn 2 goes for Bretonnia. And as I explained, I decide to charge the Glade Guard with the level 2 in there. He stand and shoot, but the flesh stone was was still in play, so I did not receive a single wound from the arrows. And here is the result after the combat. So in the combat, I issue a challenge with my standard bearer. He accepts the challenge with the champion. Again, I have the very bad luck on the attacks of the standard bearer. He didn't a single wound to the champion, but the horse killed the champion. My lord killed some other glade guards, and I end up winning the combat. But he stays. He did not run. So I received one wound on my damsel because I cannot protect her anymore at the back of the unit. So I just received a wound to my damsel, and yeah, and that's all. And we go into turn 2 for the Wood Elves. Yeah, I forgot to mention in my phase that magic, I did not manage to do any magic in my second turn, and I move the Pegasus Knights, as you can see here, at the back of the Way Watchers. The idea was to force them to move and at least to have a penalty of -1 in the shooting, so try to protect them. I also wanted to use flesh to stone on them, but I could not protect more my knights. So they will see what's happening with the shooting with the Way Watchers, because they are quite dangerous. In the magic phase, so here you see the result. Here the battle was very fast, and I forgot to take pictures. So you can see that he put in me again the -1 to hit, but even with this negative, I win the combat. I issue another challenge, and he decided to move the spellcaster to the back and refuse the challenge, and I just receive another wound on my prophetess. So my prophetess now has only one wound, but I win the battle and I ram them down. And after that, I just reform, as you can see, facing the Glade Riders. So this was the end of the turn 2, and then the shooting from the Weight Watchers did only one wound on my Pegasus. So I was quite lucky with the. Most likely, he was very unlucky in trying to wound my Pegasus. I think he only did 2 wounds, and I saved 1 with the damsel with the war saves. Here another picture of the situation. He tried to move also the Glade Riders to be. He moved in the turn before the Glade Riders to be in distance to be able to charge the rear of my knights, but because I won, I was able to run, as you can see, and face them now. And we go into the turn 3 for Bretonnia. So in my turn 3, I only have 2 movements to do at the end. I decide to charge with the Pegasus to the Weight Watchers. He stand and shoot, and then I decide to charge with my general and my standard bearer to the Glade Riders. So first I issue a charge with my general, and then I issue a charge with my battle standard bearer. He decides to flee, and I catch them. So he decided to flee from my general, and no, he stand and shoot with my to my general. I did not receive any wound, and then he decided to flee from my standard bearer, and then I move the distance for charge for both general and the standard bearer, and both of them catch them. So I ram them down as they were fleeing, and I just reform, as you can see here, to be able to face the Weight Watchers in case it's needed. But at the end, here is another the assault movement of my Pegasus into the Weight Watchers. You see, and here is the combat within the Weight Watchers and the Pegasus. But this combat was the end of the battle. My Pegasus Knights just won by far the combat. They run, they flee, and I catch them and kill them. So it was a crushing victory at the end for the Bretonnian. So this has been a crushing victory for the Bretonnian. I lost 1 unit of knights. I had some wounds on my characters, and I managed to kill the Wood Elf. I have to say that the Wood Elf didn't have, or they have an army that was following the standard rules normally, and was a good game against Wood Elves. So that's all the report. So I was lucky with the shooting to be able to survive, and then once I able to charge them, then is the time for Bretonnia to win. So that's all. So you have to survive the arrows and then charge. This was the basic tactics on this battle. So that's all. Please like if you like it, comment, let me know what do you think of this battle. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.